Hello everyone, welcome to the SLS Wrestling Podcast, Wrestlemania Edition, Part 1. Yes, we all know Wrestlemania has gone to the two-night edition, so we can't put everything we're going to do into one podcast. So today we got Part 1, tomorrow we're going to get the Part 2. I'm your co-host as always, SugarRaySugars, and with me the most sexiest wolf on Twitch, Legion. How you going?
Hello, guys.
Is there any other?
How's it going?
Are there any other wolves on Twitch as well? I should ask you that.
I have yet to run into any, and I have looked.
Trying to find a special someone, are you?
No comment.
No comment. We're all trying to find a special someone. So the Part 1, we're going to be talking more about the news. When we get to Part 2 tomorrow, we're going to talk about the Hall of Fame and that. So, but firstly, Legion, like I said, I know I already said it, but how are you going?
Tired.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Have you been watching the wrestling lately as well?
Work has been keeping me busy, so I try to keep up with what I can see.
I found it from my point of view as well. It's hard to keep up with all. Like, I try to keep up to date with AEW. TNA, just, there was a time when TNA was my favourite product as well over WWE back in the day. Now, of course, WWE...
I can actually agree with that.
Yeah, and of course WWE, like I said, I've been following WWE since I was a kid. And that's, so, it's, I find it hard as well, especially with, trying to watch both Raw, SmackDown, NXT. I also have been a bit lacking on NXT, which is unfortunate. And that's, but yeah, we're going to have a really great show. We need to go Elimination Chamber, as I need to bring up my phone and also explain to people why I haven't been streaming the last few weeks. I'm having issues with my PC. I'm hoping to get it done. I know people just say, I should really focus on it, but pretty hard with, life in general as well. So I will be back to streaming as well. I think we're going to be streaming on Sunday. We're going to stream night 2 of get our reactions as well. So I'm really looking forward to that. Like, out of both nights, I'm honestly looking forward to both nights. Is there a night that interests you more?
Honesty, I really want to see night 2 more.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Mainly because of, even though it's been confirmed that it's going to be in night 2, is Oba versus Lesnar.
Oh, just wait till I get to that prediction as well. I'm pretty sure we're going to have the same views on it as well. So, and also, Roman Punk as well. We'll get to talk to that as well. But we should go over Elimination Chamber. How'd you find Elimination Chamber? I know we did a recording that we need to get on to the YouTubes and that pretty soon. But how'd you find Elimination Chamber as well?
It was a hit and miss on that one.
Yeah.
It was very, I wouldn't say difficult, but I enjoyed it. But there was one part that I actually enjoyed that you hated.
Yeah, we'll get to that as well. So let's just go over. So the opening was the women's Elimination Chamber match, where the winner would get the women's. We didn't know which shot at WrestleMania. So we had Raquel Rodriguez, Kiana James, Alexa Bliss, Asuka, Tiffany Stratton, and the eventual winner, Rhea Ripley. Can I say number one? We both had Alexa Bliss either as our last two. And then she was gone first, which was the biggest shock. I'm pretty sure my mouth was wide open as well, going, what the hell? As well, but, yeah. Like, the opening match, I think we both tipped Tiffany for it as well, yeah?
We both picked Alexa and Tiffany in the final 2.
Oh, you had Alexa winning, that's right. So, yeah.
Yeah, because our winners were both our final 2.
Yeah. But obviously, due to the poor results with the tickets and all that stuff, they got Rhea winning, which was a bit of a shock. As soon as she lost the tag, I know they lost the tag titles the week before. Was it the week before or day? It might have been the day before. And as soon as that, I should have.
Yeah. It was. I think that's SmackDown.
Yeah, should have realized. But Kiana James had a pretty good effort in there as well. I really liked her. As well as Raquel Rodriguez as well. And that's so, it was probably, I wouldn't say the most underwhelming women's chamber match. And it was more hit and miss, but it was, it was okay in that. Then we had AJ Lee defeating Becky Lynch for the Women's Intercontinental Championship, which I was shocked as well. Even though,
I didn't think they were gonna pull that trigger. Right
yeah, yeah. Like it was a huge shock for me seeing AJ, and you even tipped Becky as well, and you're the big AJ person around here as well. So, yeah, that was actually there was a bit of clunky. It was probably the worst match of the night. And I'm not, saying that the downgrade both of them because they're both amazing performers and that. But yeah, it was probably a bit hit and miss with that match. Then we had Punk defending the World Heavyweight title against Finn Balor. It was a great outing for Finn Balor as well. Like I know, probably their match in Belfast over there overseas was probably a bit better, but this was just really amazing match as well. I'm glad Finn got the time to shine because it looks like they're going to push him pretty soon, which I'm really happy for.
Give him, I think, a main event push, I hope.
Yeah, as well. But before we get to the main event, go on, talk about the debut of Danhausen as well. We'll get more into it with the news as well.
All I gotta say is I'm the only one who was actually happy that he came in.
I know the crowd absolutely crapped on it. Like by the end, going okay and that, and where it's come from there to now is just I'm a bit shocked as well. And we'll get into the news as well with Danhausen. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, it was like the funny thing is I was like out of the two of us, I was the only one who thought like WWE is gonna actually use him properly.
Yeah,
not to bash AEW, but I'm sorry, I'm realistic. They didn't use him properly over there.
Yeah, and then the men's chamber match as well. Sorry, my phone just went down. I got to look there. That had Logan Paul as the replacement for Jey Uso, who was of course taken out. Trick Williams, Javon Evans, Cody Rhodes, LA Knight, and the winner, which was a shock to me and shock to everyone as well, Randy Orton. It was, again, a good match that, I think we were all foregone conclude that Cody was winning. So, number one, I'm glad WWE did a bit of a swerve. And that, go on.
In all honesty, I think Cody was the original booked winner. I think he was the original booked.
But, yeah, where the story has gone, even though the story took a bit of a turn a couple of weeks ago, which we all get into, probably, I'll give it about 40 minutes as well before we get into the matches and that. So, like I said, I think at the time I gave it a 7 to 8 as well. We had Seth returning, costing Logan. Logan had 3 eliminations up to that point as well before he got eliminated, which was I found very shocking. In that.
And little fact about that one right there, I was supposed to be Brunson Reed's spot.
Yeah, before he got injured as well. So.
No, he was supposed to be the one to eliminate them 3.
Yeah,
I read into that.
Yeah, it's unfortunate he had an injury. We wish Bronson as well the speedy recovery as well. Anyway, it's I don't know about you, but WrestleMania for me is just one of my favorite times of the year. What is the first WrestleMania you actually remember watching, Legion?
The first one I remember watching was WrestleMania 23. That's when I actually started getting into wrestling. Yep. That was actually I started watching it just prior to that for the Royal Rumble, and that's when I really went into it.
Yep.
That's when the Undertaker won the Royal Rumble and went on to face Batista for the world title.
Yep.
And that entire WrestleMania was amazing.
That was when
there was a
yeah.
I'll admit, if I was to choose a match out of that was my favorite from that particular WrestleMania, I'm gonna get a lot of criticism for this one. I know it. I just feel it. It was for the United States Championship. MVP versus Benoit. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, that match was just freaking amazing. Sorry.
Yeah, it's very touchy as well. With I don't know if you saw the pictures, but his son has been appearing in AEW recently as well and copying criticism.
Yeah, he's been going it's been appearing for last year now. I think.
Yeah, and that's it was. I'm just trying to think what else happened. Oh, that was the Battle of the Billionaires that Mania, wasn't it?
Yep, between Lashley and Umaga.
Yeah, well, we will try not to talk about the other two on the outside due to reasons and that. So, and then that was your favorite as well, Michaels and Cena, which was a really good championship.
That was the main event.
Yeah, that was the main event.
That was just an amazing match.
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
I just named off the underrated match.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think what the where that Mania rates as well. It's surely got to be in the top 10. Surely. Huh. Anyway, yeah, well, that's a nice WrestleMania. For me, the very first WrestleMania I remember watching, I still got, I'm going to show my age here as well, still got the VHS tape from it as well, because I'll never get rid of it as well. WrestleMania 5, which was just that, I don't know, have you ever seen the opening for WrestleMania 5?
No, I did not.
It just has, like, it has a picture of Hulk Hogan and Randy Savage, which was the main event, and just Vince McMahon just going, the Mega Powers explode here at WrestleMania 5. I just thought, that just got me, and it was a very long WrestleMania as well. And, yeah, I'm just trying to think of my favourite match off that as well. Like, I got really upset because one of my favourites at that time was the Ultimate Warrior, and he lost to Ravishing Rick Rude. God rest both their souls as well, great wrestlers. And that, I'm trying to think what was an underrated match on that as well. I can't really think. And that's when I just got into wrestlers like the Big Boss Man, Hulk Hogan, of course, Randy Savage, Jake the Snake Roberts on there as well. It was just Andre the Giant. Like, it was a really good Mania.
Yeah, the golden era.
The golden era, as it's been dubbed in that. So, but anyway, we could talk here forever, but we really should get onto the news and that. So let's get on to it. So, I don't know if you saw a few weeks ago, but with WrestleMania 42, like, it didn't have a host, and now has a host in John Cena. No, it's good to see John back, but do you think he came back a bit too early, or this is due to the low ticket sales? And if they're wondering...
I have a feeling it's the low ticket sales.
And if they're wondering why there's low ticket sales, maybe, certain people should look at the price of tickets. I'm just saying that right now. We could get into a big argument on that, but if they're wondering why the tickets are low, there's your reason as well. So,
like, if you had a reasonable price, people would be there.
Yeah, exactly.
And plus, it's in Vegas for a second time in a row.
Yeah, I know. And you're from Vegas and that, and you're... How do you feel about it being there 2 years in a row as well?
You can honestly, it's like I personally I don't mind.
Yeah,
but the thing is, like, for being here, living here, you can tell the difference between the first time it was here, this year.
Can you
physically see it?
Yeah, can you give an example? Or
I'll give an example. Last year, there was advertisements everywhere.
Yeah,
you couldn't go anywhere downtown or the Strip. Where the Strip, if anybody doesn't know, the Strip was like where the major casinos are at.
Yeah.
You would see advertisements for all the wrestlers for WrestleMania and all that.
Yep.
This year, nothing.
Really?
You only see the advertisement at the stadium.
Wow.
That's it.
Wow.
That tells you a lot.
Huh. Damn. Oh, well, we should really get back into Cena as well. Like I said, it's WrestleMania did WrestleMania have a host last year? I can't remember.
Did it?
I know they've had years when they've had the New Day hosting, The Miz, Alexa Bliss, and Hulk Hogan, and that. So it seems like a thing.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember it. It seems a thing where you would think every year would have a WrestleMania host. Like, it's a big thing. Let's have maybe a wrestler that's not being used. Let's have them hosted. That's what they did for the New Day, Alexa Bliss, as I said, The Miz as well. So yeah, it's just good to see John back as well. Like, it's how much are you hoping that you see a skit on any of the nights between John Cena and Danhausen?
That would be amazing.
Speaking of Danhausen, let's get on to him.
God, I can actually see this right now. What Danhausen would do. Oh, it just pops in my head. He'll be walking and Cena standing there, wanting to shake his hand, and Danhausen goes, "Where is he?"
Let's get on to the debut of Danhausen after wildly reported. Who's like the reports were it was going to be Jericho. It was going to be I forget who else. Like
it was like one other person. I can't remember.
I can't remember as well, but I think our initial guesses, I said it was going to be something for WWE 2K26 at the time, and that coming out of the box or.
Oh yeah.
And that, but yeah, the box revealed we heard what is now his catchphrase and in his song, saying, "You are cursed," and my head dropped. I'm not going to lie. As well. Then we had the
and my head flew back.
Yeah,
after.
and you were that excited as well. We really need to get the video out there. That are just and maybe I was being on too harsh on Danhausen as well. But yeah, the women came out, which one of the women was his wife as well, who hired the things. So it was good to see that as well. But I will say one thing: he is beginning to grow on me. I never thought I would say that about Danhausen as well. So. He has been using.
You should learn. My tastes are good. When I started with Joe Hendry, and you did not.
Listen, my questioning on Joe Hendry is the same for Danhausen. Okay, do not put Joe Hendry and Danhausen to the same thing. My questioning on Joe Hendry was just I feel like not that he couldn't wrestle, but it was like people compared to John Cena with the 5 moves of doom. I couldn't even think about 5 moves for Joe Hendry. That was my thing, but I've gotten around to Joe Hendry because he gets it and that. So, anyway, back to Danhausen. I know there have been a couple of moments where I've gone, okay, maybe this is going a bit too far. I think on SmackDown, like he cursed the ring post, he's cursed the referees, and
that one right there was the best one where I think the Miz brought the ref in front of him to take the curse.
Yeah.
And then it cost him the match.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, the only times I saw him in AEW were a bit backstage and that, so, they are using him right at the minute. Like, I will say, at the end of when he's debuted at the Elimination Chamber, I think the crowd was just a bit, miffed as well and that, but I will say since then they've been using him right, like he's listed demands, him wanting to be in the Hall of Fame. I've just okay. I will say it's been a bit funny here and there and that. So, but we'll just see how long this lasts as well. So, yeah, it's just like I said, how they use him at Mania might be not make or break, but it could really put him into the stratosphere as well.
Yes.
As far as comedy wrestlers as well, like I was just trying to name some. Like who are other good comedy wrestlers like. Mick Foley was a great comedy wrestler. Santino was a good one as well. I just miss him. Do you have any as well? So that you can think of?
There was one. Oh, you put me on the spot. I had one in my head and it just vanished.
So if you come back to it, we'll come back to it, and that's so let's get on to some.
Oh,
yeah,
Eugene.
Oh yeah, Eugene is a bit touchy, now, and that's he's got actually. He's got a YouTube channel now, Eugene?
No, I didn't.
No, go look at it. He's time in wrestling and that. It's kind of same as Maven as well, like, talking about certain spots and that. Seriously, go look at it, and anyone else as well. So, he was one of my favourites, Eugene, as well, but it's a bit touchy with the character now. So, let's get on to, I don't know if you saw it, Rebellion. TNA had Rebellion a week ago, and we saw the return of EC3. I saw it and I went off my nut, and the crowd, there was no reaction in that. So, for the first time in 9 years, EC3 returned to TNA. I'm so happy as well. I don't know how your thoughts about him being there as well, but I was really happy to see EC3 return and that. So,
I don't mind him going back home. It was like that's where he flourished.
Yeah, mm-hmm.
That's where he became who he is.
Yeah.
Now the name EC3 in the beginning actually meant something. Now it's just a name.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's unfortunately his time in WWE was NXT. They used him good, and but when he got to the main, I don't know who he angered or whatever, but it just went south pretty quickly. And there was even they had a backstage segment where he was like drinking from a cup, and you could see the distaste in his eyes just sitting backstage doing that. Like, it should have been used better in WWE. I know he was in NWA for a bit as well as their champion for a long time as well. I'm just glad that he's actually gone back to where he was used properly as well. And it looks like he'll have a bit of a feud with Eric Young and that. So I'm more than happy for him as well. So, yeah. I want to quickly... I know we haven't talked about this as well, but there was announced at Rebellion as well. I'm putting you on the spot, I don't know. But have you ever heard of ODB? OBD or something.
Yes,
Yeah,
ODB. Yeah,
yeah, she's going to be the in the TNA Hall of Fame and that. So from my time watching TNA, she thoroughly
well
deserves it as
deserved.
well. So
Well deserved.
well deserved as well. So congratulations to ODB. I'm probably old dirt. Yeah, I got it. ODB. Yeah, I'm not going to say what her name stands for because we'll get censored and that. So, but yeah, congratulations to her as well. So I know that's off the news bit, but I just remember that and yeah, and that. So, let's get on to some AEW news as well. The return of Chris Jericho. Can I say one thing? Thank God he came out to Judas as well because I popped big time as well. It was rumored that he was supposed to return to WWE, and I know there's been some other stuff as well that happened where A, they froze his contract so he couldn't leave, and B, the reason why he didn't come back to WWE apart from the frozen contract as well is that he wanted a long retirement, kind of like what John Cena had last year, and he was only going to be given a short time in that. So, you know, if his contract wasn't frozen, would you have loved to have seen Chris come back, or he's like, or you more of like, hey, let me do it my way, his retirement his way, and that. So,
A little bit of both, to be honest, because I would love to, because I would like to see him come back. Just to, if it's because this was rumored before his we found out about his whole frozen contract.
yeah,
Because I think he was the original person slated to face Cena at the end. I think that was the original idea.
I mean, he was the very no. I know. I was going to say no. He was the first person on pay-per-view. He was the first person to face Senior, but the actual first person was Kurt Angle, and that's so. You know,
yeah, it's like I think it's like because Kurt Angle because we can't do it anymore.
Yeah, yeah.
But then I think one of the persons this was just on paper that Chris Jericho was one of the options.
Yeah, the options
because his contract was technically supposed to be up by then.
Yep.
And then the whole news about his contract being frozen, that just threw that out the window. And then I think it came up with Gunther, so it just went from there.
Yeah. I'm hoping down the track that he will come to WWE, and that. So back to WWE, even if it's just to have like. Hopefully he can get like obviously AEW like he returned at Dynasty the face Ricochet in a losing effort as well, which really shocked me. But anyway, we'll move on. I hope he can come back and have the retirement run in WWE that he hopefully wants and that WWE can agree with as well. I don't think he should be on like with Cena's and that. Cena was the thing is I think I have Jericho in my top 10. I don't have Cena, but I can understand why Cena got the year long and that. So maybe I don't know.
Yeah, because Cena actually held down the company for over a decade.
So hopefully he can come back. We'll get to the last bit of news as well. I forget the pay-per-view. I don't know if you remember it as well. It was at Revolution. I was watching it and I was shocked. We saw the debut in AEW of Ronda Rousey. And then it's turned out to be nothing in that. So my question is, why would they debut her and then that's it, nothing else?
It was just a one-off.
It was a one-off in that. Like I'm like you. I don't like to bash AEW. I love wrestling and that. And that I just found it a bit shocked that she would debut and then they're not going to use her. And that
it's like if she came in if you're going to have her come as a one-off, make it mean something.
Yeah, make it mean something. Yeah.
As a babyface type thing to take out the heel and then celebrate with the crowd.
But she was actually but she aligned herself with the Death Riders who are back heels now and that. So yeah.
Yeah, it's like it was weird.
It was very weird. Like I just and the crowd absolutely hated it at the end as well. Like it got not good reviews. Yeah. And that's so.
Yeah, I saw the clips and it was like nothing but boos.
Like this is the thing when Ronda came to WWE as well. Like they mismanaged her debut at the Royal Rumble. Like I thought they could have done a bit better. Anyway, but then the match she had with her and Kurt versus Triple H and Steph. I went into that match thinking, okay, we got to be hopefully she can get it, and she just got it. But then I think she might have got too big for her pants.
Yeah.
It's saying
honestly, I didn't like her debut in WWE. I didn't. The timing was horrible.
Yeah.
Mainly because Asuka had just won the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, and like, yeah.
And she comes out to overshadow it.
Yeah. Yeah. I know if Ronda overheard that, she could probably break both of us in half without even, lifting a finger and that. But yeah, it's I don't know. I just hate people coming in the wrestling and then make it all about them, and that where they should be making it about not them. Anyway, that was the news as well. So yeah, a lot of returns, debuts, a lot of returns, which I'm liking as well. So yeah, let's get into the next part. It's my fantasy story about AJ Styles. I don't know if you remember, but let's just quickly recap. I had AJ pinning Gunther at WrestleMania is where I left it. So let's get into my part 2. There are 3 parts, so we'll end the 3rd part next podcast and that. So the Raw after WrestleMania. AJ Styles comes out celebrating his win over Gunther with the crowd. At Mania, AJ thanks the fans for everything, but now he has got some unfinished business in TNA that he needs to address. So he looks into the camera. I will see you at Rebellion. I have it as the pay-per-view, which is the pay-per-view that just happened as well. So at TNA Rebellion, after Leon Slater defeats, I've got Cedric Alexander here, which actually did happen in that. AJ comes out to challenge Leon Slater to a dream match for the TNA X Division title at TNA Slammiversary. So over the other few weeks, we might have AJ appear in TNA and that, with siding with Leon, yada yada yada. The Impact before TNA Slammiversary, AJ and Leon defeat the Nemesis to become the new TNA Tag Team Champions. Santino then comes out, congratulates them, and announces their match at Slammiversary will be a 30-minute Iron Man match to end TNA Impact. The crowd, are really going to go off in this match. At TNA Slammiversary, after 29 minutes and 45 seconds of the 30-minute match, we're getting into the last 15 seconds. They got the countdown going. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. AJ, Leon are punching each other. We get the 2 seconds, and then AJ rolls him up for the 1, 2, bell goes. It's ended in a draw. Both AJ and Leon both looked, saying, did the pin get off? And that, literally, they had the replay showing as the referee is going to count the 3, the bell goes and that. So they could do that easily with production and all that stuff. The crowd are just booing, saying, 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes. Santino comes out and says, I don't want to do an impersonation of Santino because I'd be very terrible, but in his, way, I was saying, we can't have this match end like this. As your director of TNA, and that I'm forgetting what his actual title is in TNA and that, so we are going to, the match will continue until there's a winner, and then after, I've given it about another 5 minutes and that, so after 5 minutes, AJ hits the Styles Clash on Leon Slater to win the TNA X Division title. Impact after Slammiversary, AJ comes out to celebrate, saying, before the year is over, and this is his final year, he has got some unfinished scores to settle. So he looks down at the camera and says, Frankie Kazarian, if you got the balls, I will see you at Victory Road. So obviously, the next few weeks, Frankie Kazarian accepts, yada yada yada. TNA Victory Road. We see AJ is literally about to defeat Kaz when all of a sudden we see a flash and he gets kicked in the head. He got Claymore kicked by, as I've got in my story, the WWE Champion, Drew McIntyre. The match ends. Frankie is, angry, but starts joining in the beatdown of AJ Styles. We see Frankie and Drew teaming up. After a bit of while, we see Leon Slater come out to make the save, even up the odds and all that stuff. We get on the SmackDown. Drew comes out saying, AJ is wanting to settle old scores, but you'll never settle the score with me because you have never beaten me in WWE and never will. And on that thing, I'll give you a shot at the WWE title at SummerSlam. And when you lose, that is your career done in WWE. You can end your career in that little bingo hole of TNA. And yes, I know WWE and TNA have the agreement in that, but still people can talk crap about it. And that, so, he says, step on my champ. AJ comes out and says, since this is the place that AJ Styles built, he'll gladly accept Drew's challenge at SummerSlam. And that. We get to WWE SummerSlam. AJ Styles defeats Drew to win the WWE title. He is now the WWE champion, the X Division champion, and also still the TNA Tag Team champions. End of part 2. Yes, I was a bit shorter on that, but what do you think about that?
That's interesting, to say the least.
Yeah, I know you're probably saying the belt collector as well. That's probably the first thing. I just, number one, it's my dream in that. I'm hoping one day we get someone from either TNA. I would like it more to be TNA, like say the X Division champion, which is Leon Slater, and also holding a WWE title as well. Just something a bit off and different and that. So, yeah. I'll finish up the story next month and that. So, yeah. Are you at least liking it?
Yeah, it's actually interesting.
Mm-hmm. Just a bit of idea. And up until I had a look as well. Like, AJ has never defeated Drew as well. So, that's why I just thought, maybe get a win back and that. Anyway, that's, I think.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
True, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, let's get on to our WrestleMania predictions, night 1. Now, obviously there are 13 matches. We haven't got the total scores. We'll just give you who we think is winning at the minute, as well, and who's pinning who in certain matches as well. So when we get to the day, we'll give out the points in that. But we already know what match is opening WrestleMania, so let's get to it. It's going to be the the World Tag Team Champions, Austin Theory and Logan Paul of the Vision, and I Show Speed versus the Usos and LA Knight. Yeah!
Yeah.
You just got to do it for LA Knight. I was number one, I kind of saw it happening because with the injuries to Bron Breakker and Bronson Reed, to try and keep the Vision, still relevant and interesting. There was a talk about them winning the tag titles from the Usos. Oh, by the way, on the Usos, that new theme music, thank God that got canned, because that was terrible. I'm sorry. I went off a tangent. Did you hear it?
I didn't know.
You're lucky. Like, the second I heard it, I went, no. And that. Like, within 5 seconds, I just went, no. And that. So. And they've canned it as well. Like, the Usos, I don't know if their old music was done by the guy. I'm trying to think of the guy they don't want doing, who they fired, and that with the music and that. So,
I think he did the original.
Okay, that's, and I know we complain about with both of them coming out to It's Just Me, Oos. Like, that made absolutely no sense. Like,
it's like bring back their original things.
Yeah, and that's
a tag team again.
Yeah. Let's get on to this match. It's just good to see LA. It's still a bit weird seeing LA Knight with the Usos, with what he's been saying, asking them if they're Roman's boys and all that stuff as well. So it's I'm really interested to see how I Show Speed go. I've never been a big fan of his as well. Like, I will say one thing though, the spear he took from Bron Breakker at the Royal Rumble last year, was it? Yeah, it was last year.
I think so.
Yeah,
I think so.
Like, I don't get the guy, but the fact that he took that, and he got really hurt from it as well, just shows that he gets it.
Yeah, the best part is he wasn't supposed to take it like that.
Yeah.
If you looked at the interview of I think Bron Breakker,
and then was it
in
WWE? I don't know if it was involved in that, but he's actually had a match under the WWE because he had Randy Orton. I think was it Randy Orton?
Yeah, Randy's training him.
Yeah, Randy's training him in that. So, oh, you know,
It might have been involved.
yeah. So, my prediction for this match as well. It's opening WrestleMania. You've got to get off to a good start. I think the Usos just lost the tag title, so they need to get a bit of heat back in that. So, I've got the Usos and LA Knight winning, and I've got LA Knight pinning Theory at the minute. That's just me. And that's, yeah. What about you?
Oh.
Your thoughts, Legion?
We're kind of thinking alike. Kinda.
Yeah.
So yeah, I agree with you. I do think that they need to start off on a high note by having the Usos and LA Knight. That's where we agree on.
Yep.
And we also agree on Knight gets the pin.
Yep.
But I have him pinning Speed.
I was going to go Speed, but I thought if it's his WrestleMania debut, I mean, in saying that makes sense because then they could say, oh, well, neither Logan Paul or Austin Theory took the win in that as well. So, yeah.
They'll say, oh, they didn't pin either of us.
Yeah. Yeah. So we're both on the same thing, and obviously we don't have points yet for this as well. So, yeah. All right. That's, yeah, we're both on the same. I feel like as well, I know there's 13 matches. I feel like I know last year we differed on a lot, but I feel like we're going to be the same on most of them, I feel like, as well.
I have a feeling.
Yep. Let's get on to what we know will be the second match because the first two matches are going to be free on ESPN, and that's so if you got ESPN, get there and watch it, I guess. And that's so unlike over here in Australia where we get all our wrestling on Netflix. So yeah. Anyway, sorry to.
I hate you guys.
I know you hate me, and I wish I could show you it as well, so you didn't have to pay like 5 different services to watch WWE, which is really stupid. Anyway, that's a rant for another time. Let's get to the unsanctioned match between Jacob Fatu and Drew McIntyre. Oh, did you watch their brawl they had the whole show a few weeks ago on SmackDown?
I did.
It was... Give me more of this as well, which is unfortunate because I don't know if you know, but Drew McIntyre is going to be filming the new Highlander. I don't know if it's a movie or a TV series.
I think it's a movie.
It's a movie, okay. So this will be probably his last match for a bit in WWE as well. So he'll have to go and film that. I don't know how long filming will be. And that's... I feel like... I talked about what could be match of the weekend, and I feel like this will be match of the weekend currently at the minute. And I've got Jacob Fatu winning over Drew.
Oh.
And that
Okay.
just because of Drew's going to be going away, and that so give Jacob his win.
Yeah,
and that's
a fair one. That's a fair one.
Yeah.
I had a couple of tough ones to choose from because in my head, it's like with this match, it can go 50-50.
Yeah, I agree.
Yes, McIntyre is going away, but that doesn't mean he should lose. But at the same time, Jacob needs the win.
Yeah, Jacob needs to win. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But so does Drew, to be honest, because he just lost the title.
Yeah.
So, me personally, I have Drew winning this.
It might come down to a situation where they're both on a high, like what happened on SmackDown, like they're on a high thing and they both fall on each other, and maybe Drew is the one that pins him. Like he didn't pin him, he survived the war with.
Or what could happen is he can, like you said, just survive and pin Jacob.
Yeah.
But Jacob just destroys him after the match.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Pretty much writing him off TV.
I completely agree with you, Drew, losing the title, which was just a terrible thing. Drew had been really good with the title. And I hope we get to the down the track one day where Drew gets a nice title reign and that as well. Yeah. I just think, I think Jacob, I don't think if have they solved who attacked him and that. I don't know if you heard as well, but apparently Jacob had 11 teeth out as well due to that.
I think that story got dropped.
There's been a lot of stories dropped from WWE that we didn't figure out as well, so maybe they'll finally figure out that it was actually Drew. I mean, they could have gone a better story. Maybe the original story was it was supposed to be Randy that attacked him, and that I don't know, and that's so. Yeah, I got Jacob winning. I agree with you. Drew could probably needs a win, but I think Jacob needs it more in that. So personally, that's just me. And that. So let's get on to the women's world title match between the Royal Rumble winner Liv Morgan and Stephanie Valkyrie.
You actually got it right for the first time?
Hey, let's go! Hey, I can't believe it. I didn't even practice it as well. No, the first thing that jumped out of the first thing. Oh, by the way, this is just the current match. Obviously, I don't know. When I saw the lump on Liv's head, I went, "Holy crap!" Like, did you see it?
I did.
It was.
I did see it.
Oh, you think. So, from what I remember of it, Liv didn't know when Stephanie was going to come in and attack from behind and that. So, Roxanne maybe should have been given a better, like, I don't know, lifting of the eyes or blinking. That just so she could protect herself and that. So, I know we can say it was no one's fault in that, but I feel like Roxanne could have, given a bit more, hey, it's coming right now, and that, like, without warning her. And that. By the way, what do you think of Liv's music video as well?
I to be honest, I see it all the time, but just I have yet to watch it.
It's very auto-tune. I don't know why she thinks she's a singer and that, but I'm glad she maybe has a try, but I think she should just stick to wrestling and that. So, but that's like I'm not the biggest music critic, as you know, but I just feel like sometimes you can spread yourself too much in different things, and that you should focus on what you're good at, because she's a very good wrestler. And number two thing, what's that?
I would say they can. I would say with the whole Roxanne, the way you said Roxanne should be a better cue to show that, hey, Stephanie's coming.
Yeah,
they could use that to turn Liv against Roxanne.
Yeah.
They can use that as in a story.
Yeah, they probably could as well. So, because she would have seen it coming. Anyway, that's just a thing. Number two, do you know Liv Morgan's record at WrestleMania? I saw this and I was full on shocked. They say she has not won at WrestleMania. She has won on the pre-show. I still think they should count the pre-show as Mania, but she is 0-7 at WrestleMania. I'm 0-7 or 0-8 at WrestleMania.
Wow, I didn't know that.
You go look seriously if you want to look up now while I'm talking about this. I saw that and I went, holy crap! If there's a person that needs a win as well, and my other thing is, what has happened to Stephanie? I did talk to this about you. Since that awesome match she had with Io Sky the night after last year's WrestleMania, and that it is just not clicked. I don't know why. As well, yes, maybe I think we talked about maybe they pushed her too quickly too soon, and I kind of agree because she's had a world title. The world title since what? September? October?
I think September.
Like at the Crown Jewel, it was. No, hang on, no. I forget when it was, and that, sorry.
I think it was right before Crown Jewel.
Right before Crown Jewel. And that she is, and apart from one good one good match with Raquel Rodriguez as well, it has just been not a really good reign, I feel like. Yeah, she did.
It's just like,
yeah.
I'm not saying she doesn't know how to speak English or give or anything like that, but she doesn't really give good promos.
Yeah.
She gives like the basic babyface promos.
I will say one thing as well. They changed her music as well, which I don't understand why they did as well. And she I don't feel like she's into it as well. I feel like she's a very talented wrestler that we focus too much on the one move that she does that everyone has their fantasy over, and you know the move because Booker T goes nuts over it as well. For me, I think there's going to be a better story from... I talked to you... This is my annual... here's a double turn, maybe. And that... Yep, the annual double turn has come up and that. So I did say to you, I think there could be 3 double turns this year. If they want to go one way of turning, having Dominic side with Stephanie and turn her heel and Liv face, I would not mind that. But I don't think they'll go down that. That probably would not make any sense as well. So, but for me, as I said, I've loved Stephanie. Maybe she'll be better chasing it, but I think Liv Morgan wins here and wins the world title back as well. The title she never lost. So What are your thoughts on this match?
That's true. She never truly lost it.
Yep.
But yeah, I am right there with you. Like she needs this win.
Yep.
Of all people, Liv needs this win.
I think there's one person that needs to win more, but we'll get to them tomorrow. But anyway, go on.
but yeah, she really needs the win.
Yeah.
For one, I did look up the record. It did say it's 1 and I think 7 or whatever.
Yeah, but the
only win was in the pre-show,
and they don't count the pre-show as well, which is sad. So she is 0 and 7 at Mania. That is, yeah.
So, but not only that, but the storyline that's been going on and everything. I think she's gonna walk out the winner on this one.
Yep. Mm-hmm. And then
I know this is the big fan of me talking, but I legitimately see this happening.
Go on.
Because I've been a fan of Liv since her NXT.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. When she
I've been rooting for her.
Yeah, in NXT when she was a crazy fan for Tyler Breeze, which I found out as well. So I don't know if you remember that.
Yep. That's when I started watching her.
Yeah, it'll eventually. I think it'll come down. I think at SummerSlam there'll be a triple threat between Liv, Roxanne, and Raquel. Personally, that's how I'd do it.
Yeah,
and yeah. Let's get on to the 4-way women's tag team match for the women's tag team titles. We've got the Bellas versus Lyra and Bayley versus Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair versus the Irresistible Forces and Lash Legend and Nia Jax. Now, currently the Bellas are there, but there's still a bit of an injury cloud over Nikki Bella. And if she goes out, apparently the Kabuki Warriors are going to replace her, which is why we have not seen... Can I say one thing, though? Io Sky being left off Mania, come on. I don't know.
I know.
I kind of hope they announce it because we still got 6 matches on night 2. So I want to see Asuka and Io just because I want to see Kairi Sane, finally get her moment against Asuka and see where it goes from there and that. So, but yeah, this 4-way match as well. I'm glad, we get to see Lash Legend at WrestleMania because I feel like she has a big upside. Nia Jax, I said since she came back to WWE, has been really more impressive than me.
Oh,
and that,
okay.
So.
I'm sorry to interrupt.
Go on.
I had to Google that, but I found out why Io Sky is not on the Mania card.
Oh, is she injured?
Yeah, she's injured.
Oh, okay.
Apparently, according to reports, she suffered a scary neck injury during her match against Raquel Rodriguez.
Huh. I'd have to go back and watch that. Oh well. I mean, if that's good on.
Oh yeah. When she did the suicide dive over the top rope.
Okay.
Her leg got caught. And she landed on the back of her neck.
Oh shit! I can't remember seeing that, so I will have to go back and watch that.
I remember seeing footage of that. I remember seeing that.
I'll just say one thing: if the Bellas do actually get in here and they win the tag team titles, you will not see the SLS Wrestling Podcast ever again because I would have lost my shit, and I will. So sorry for swearing as well. So there is no chance the Bellas should win this personally as well. So I'm just saying that. Lyra and Bayley, I can make a case for, but I just think they're obviously going to go, and I think Lyra's going to turn on Bayley. I don't think Bayley's going to be the one that snaps. I think Lyra's going to be one that snaps.
I like how they do the swerve like that in a lot of cases within the WWE. Yeah. Like they make it look like one person's going to turn and then the other person.
Yeah, and with Charlotte and Alexa Bliss, I mean they're going to do the same thing as well here. It's just a story on SmackDown. I have the Irresistible Forces winning, and I have Lash Legend pinning Bayley.
Wow.
I'm probably still a bit up on my pinning and that, but I think Lash should get the pin. At her first WrestleMania, let's give her a big moment at Mania. I think she gets the win in that. So
okay. Yeah. I can get with that.
Yep. Your thoughts?
Ladies and gentlemen, I think I should start putting applications everywhere because I think I'm going to be fired from the podcast.
Are you serious? Are you serious?
Yeah.
All right, we need to have a word off stream after this as well. You seriously think the Bellas are going to win at Mania?
I have a feeling that's where it's going.
Please no.
They've been pushing for this for the past 6 months since Nikki came back to the WWE.
Oh god. Okay,
They've been pushing for this.
Yep.
So I was like, huh?
I was going to say, you thought my head dropped when Danhausen debuted. If this, like, it might just, I might just go to China currently at where I am. That's how my head would drop. So okay, so you have the Bellas winning. Okay, who's getting the pin in that? So,
I see Lyra getting the pin.
So
Or Nikki pinning Lyra.
Nikki pinning Lyra. Okay. Oh God, okay. I'm not rooting against you because I know it's a friendly competition in that. But
Well, we have one thing. We have one thing in common.
Yeah.
In this decision, Bailey and Lyra are getting pinned.
No, I actually got Bailey getting pinned. So.
Right, but their team getting pinned.
Yeah, that's true. Let's just move on quickly just to get that taste out of my mouth. We have Seth Rollins versing Gunther at WrestleMania. Now, obviously,
this one was really
yeah. Obviously, people are saying, "Oh, what? There's no story behind this as well." Yes, I know. This was originally supposed to be Seth versus Braun. Apparently, Braun is ready, but they don't want to risk it, which is probably, erring on the good side, which is good in that. So I'm still happy for this match as well because these two will put on a great match, and that the return from Seth at the Elimination Chamber, and then the obviously the storyline with all these masked men, and that I've loved it as well. And then we had Gunther attacking Seth and kind of aligning with the Vision, which could go two ways as well, which I'll tell you when we'll talk about this as well. This, for me, I know Seth has just returned and obviously should win, but they've built up, Gunther beating John Cena, AJ Styles. I'm trying to think there's other names I missed as well. And that, who was the other one as well? He retired both of them. So they're building...
Goldberg.
And Goldberg, thank you. Goldberg in the last year and that. So the build this guy up, obviously it could go with interference. And I feel there'll be interference as well, obviously. But I see Gunther winning and that because Gunther's got a bigger story after this as well, going into SummerSlam, which we'll talk about down the track as well. As much as I want to see Seth, I think there's going to be interference in this match with Bron Breakker costing Seth. And then they'll go on their own story, and then it'll lead Gunther to Brock Lesnar down the track. So I've got Gunther winning this match. Your thoughts on this match? And who you got winning?
Like I said at the beginning of that, it's like this one was the toughest choice of all because it can go either way because they both have a reason for winning.
Yep.
Because like for Gunther, like you mentioned, he has a story going on.
Yep.
Same with Seth. It's like he just returned and he has a story going on. And what better way to push the story with Seth because he has a WrestleMania history.
Yep.
Being like the King Slayer, the Beast Slayer,
yep.
all that.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
What are they calling Gunther now? The career killer?
Yeah, career killer, I think, yeah.
What better way for Seth to actually be one of the only people to beat Gunther?
I mean, Jey Uso did beat him last year at Mania, so...
I didn't say the only person, I said one of the only.
Yeah, I know, yeah. Yeah.
But, or they could also build up with Gunther is actually... Nope, he has one many...
Can I say one thing, though, with this Gunther? This will be his third WrestleMania loss in a row. If he loses a set.
Yeah, but he's won a WrestleMania, though, too. No.
It's very hard. So yeah, it's
that's why I said this one was very hard for me.
I just think
very, very hard.
I just think if they're going to build up Gunther, Seth can eat the loss, personally.
And so in all reality, so can Gunther.
So can Gunther as well. So yeah.
But so that's why I did some I never thought I'd do, especially with these. I flipped a coin.
Oh wow! Okay.
That's how I chose.
God, I got to win now. If you're flipping coins and you start winning, that's going to be that's not going to show well for me.
If I win from a coin flip, I need to hit the freaking casinos.
Let's move on. I forgot a match as well on the match card as well. I nearly forgot it before we get to the main event. We've got AJ Lee and Becky Lynch as well to look forward to as well.
Oh yes.
Can I say one thing though? Like this feud's been going obviously since WrestlePalooza, where AJ has just owned Becky Lynch. Like,
Yeah.
apart from the Rumble where obviously Becky got thrown out, like she has lost 3 times in a row to AJ Lee via submission, and that this may be the easiest thing. Obviously, I think after this will be the end of AJ. I know you don't want me to hearing me saying that as well, because I feel like had Becky had won at Elimination Chamber, then AJ would have won here, guarantee it, and retired with the title, and then maybe go. I know she did sign what, a 3-year contract, I'm guessing.
I didn't see the years. I just know it's a multi-year.
Yeah, I think after this, AJ will go away, if not retiring for a bit as well. So, and before anyone says, "Oh, Becky Hogan's in the thing," let me just remind you, she has lost 3 times in a row to AJ via tapping as well. So, tell me many times Hogan did that as well. Anyway, that's just really annoys me with the Becky Hogan, thing as well. So with this,
Yeah, I agree.
as well. So for me, like this will be, I still feel like this could have been an I Quit match or something like that, or a submission match. Just the way that Becky's saying, "Oh, I didn't actually quit," and that. So and that. But yeah, I've got Becky Lynch winning this as well. For me personally, I think it makes Becky needs to get at least 1 win against AJ, and that's what I've got. What about you?
Yes. Yeah, I'm as you know, like I'm a big AJ fan. I've always been a big AJ
Yep.
fan. But
Mm-hmm.
I even at Elimination Chamber, I voted against AJ.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And the same thing with this time. I'm voting against AJ. As much as I want her to win,
Yep.
Becky needs this win.
Yep.
She really does.
She really does, and that's so yeah. Okay. Yep. And then let's get on to the main event of night 1. Cody Rhodes defending the WWE Undisputed Championship against Randy Orton.
Randall Keith.
Randall Keith Orton. Can I say one thing? This really didn't need Pat McAfee's inclusion. When they brought up this, who's Randy onto the phone too as well, like I was so hyped for maybe this will be. I'm trying to think.
Who would have been better if he didn't have any issues going on right now? I think his issues have been solved already.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Is Ted DiBiase?
Yeah, like that's originally like when they were putting it as well. Like they had Ted DiBiase. I saw The Rock's name. I saw someone put up, what if Randy was on the phone to himself? Like,
I don't know. I was talking about Junior.
Yeah, I know. June. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. Between obviously, when they were Legacy as well. So, who else was there? The Rock was one as well. Like there were so many, and I think someone suggested maybe it was John Cena as well. But this is obviously before John was announced as a thing, and that's so. It's they've gotten very lot of bad reviews, especially with the promo Pat did as well. With the, what did he give us? 25% off WrestleMania tickets. But don't buy them, basically, is what he was saying. Like, we're going to give you 25% off, but don't buy them. I think this is a bit of inclusion from TKO, which I just don't like in this storyline. They should just stick to what they're doing and leave guys with the wrestling and that, because I know a lot of people want to actually get rid of Triple H as the head booker. And that, I'm just there thinking, if you get rid of him, who's going to do it then? And then after a while... Like, for me...
The funny thing is, they're saying, get rid of Triple H, bring back Vince. I'm like...
Yeah, no.
You think it's going to get any better?
Yeah, like, we do remember when Vince was in charge as well. Like, it was not perfect as well. I just feel like... Oh, God. I know I got on a bit of a tangent going with TKO and Triple H and all that stuff, but it's just... Must be the worst job in the world trying to, try to please all the wrestlers, make sure they don't get there, and then try and please all the fans as well, which he did do for a bit up until the end of WrestleMania 40, and that this is when WWE started going a bit downhill, in my opinion. And Randy and Cody didn't need Pat McAfee. You could tell the best story ever just from them. Like, obviously, their time and legacy as well. Who was Cody's first opponent in WWE? It was Randy Orton as well. They could have told a better story. It did not need Pat McAfee. And I think Pat McAfee's been good. And that's so. And with the condition on this, if Orton loses, Pat McAfee must leave professional wrestling business for good as well. And we're saying that, I know I have it down here, I have Cody winning, but I'm actually going to change it. I think Randy Orton's winning now. And that, so I might change it back then, because this is going to be my 1-pointer coming down, because this is the biggest match that can go 50-50, and that for me as well. So
this is one of the few matches on the card that is actually 50-50.
Yeah. And your thoughts on this match?
Yeah, it's like they could have gone several different ways with this, the way the storyline went. And I agree, it's like Pat McAfee is I like Pat McAfee, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But he had no place in this feud.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
None. They could have gone several different ways.
Yeah.
Several. Who was it? They could have. Sorry for the language.
You're the one that's got to air it out, so good on go for it.
Trying to think. They could have been Brock Lesnar. Could have been somebody else. It could have been this. Could have been that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like
Paul Heyman.
Yeah, like the list of other people instead of Pat. I feel like this was an inclusion from TKO for Pat to do this. I really do.
In all honesty, the best option would have been DiBiase Jr. Because I know as before this, I read into it, I think I read it months ago, that his legal issues were done.
Yeah. Even someone like Aleister Black would have been a better one as well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like, because Randy lost to Aleister all those weeks ago, and he could be using him as like a sort of a...
Or could have been Ethan Page.
Yeah, something like that. I hate to use the word, but maybe a higher power. And that's so...
Oh, yeah, you have events. Anyway.
So, who'd you have winning this match as well?
My original choice, I've been saying this for quite a while, I see Randy Orton winning this.
Yeah.
I've been saying this since Elimination Chamber.
Yeah.
So, because this will be his 15th?
Yeah, 15th. That'll be 2 behind Cena.
And he's tied with Triple H right now, isn't he?
Yeah. I think...
Currently?
Oh, Triple H, I think, had 40. I think he's over a third, because it's Flair. But the thing is with Flair, it's actually... I think it's 20 and that, but they counted...
Yeah, in all reality, yeah.
Yeah, and that's so... But in the WWE...
Triple H has Triple H has what, 14?
Yeah, 14, and then I think it's Orton is next. So
yeah, Orton's 14 as well.
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
So, but yeah, I have Orton winning this.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
He needs this win more than anybody on night one.
And this is also one of my double turns as well. This is another match as well. we all know.
Actually, the funny thing is, the second year in a row you had a double turn for Cody.
Because last year Cena was getting more cheered than Cody was, and even right now Cody's getting more cheered than. Do you think people are going to be booing Randy at WrestleMania? Nope, I do not see it. I see it's going to be. Do you remember when they had the WrestleMania where it was Cena and Triple H, and even though Triple H was the worst heel ever, they were getting sick of Cena and started, cheering for Triple H and that. So I see it being like this as well. So.
I was kind of hoping we would get to see 09 Orton a little bit.
09 Orton would have been amazing as well. I mean, we've seen glimpses of 09 Orton, but maybe at Mania we'll finally see, because I feel like something will happen where we won't see Cody for a bit. I think Cody might take some time off after Mania.
He needs time off.
Maybe as well. He might get punted in that. So yeah. Yeah, this is where I had my other double turn as well. So I'll go to my last one, which we'll do tomorrow for my other double turn. But anyway, that's our predictions for night one. What did we differ on? We differed on the tag titles. And
we differed on the Jacob and Drew.
And Jacob and Drew. And then we had the pin, obviously different pinnings.
Oh, Seth and Gunther.
Oh, and Seth and Gunther. So you went Seth as well, so.
Yeah.
I'm really. Thought like we'd be being built more. Have our predictions closer on that. But anyway, we might night two. I feel like night two. I'm looking at night two, and I feel like there may be just one we'll differ on, and the rest we both agree on that. So, but we'll find about night two tomorrow as well. So, thank you for joining us. Night one done. Podcast one done, and we've got the podcast tomorrow. We'll quickly go over what we're going to talk tomorrow. Obviously, we're going to talk about Hall of Fame. Your fantasy booking. Your challenge to me, which was, if I remember correctly, you wanted me to book Royce Key's first feud in WWE. Oh, by the way, how'd you find his debut as well last Friday as well?
It was interesting. It was a squash match. Don't get me wrong, it was a squash, but it was a good way to introduce him.
Putting you on the spot now. I'm sorry to do this. Who do you see his first feud being on SmackDown?
His first feud?
Yeah,
that's a tough one.
For me, I know the guy is probably starting to lose credibility, but The Miz, for me.
Well, the Miz is an obvious choice because he's usually everybody's first.
Yeah, everybody's first thing. Because he's become the Dolph Ziggler, unfortunately. He'll give you a good match on that.
Funny thing is, he loves his role. So
yeah.
Let him have it.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's a Hall of Famer right there.
Yeah, I just have to have a look at the other wrestlers and that. But yeah, it'd be my first thought as well. So. Yeah. But anyway, thank you guys for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow for the part 2 of the podcast. And then also, like I said, on my Sunday, your Saturday, because we've got time delay, we're going to be recording. But then on the Monday, my Monday, your Sunday, we'll be live streaming night 2 of WrestleMania and that. So hopefully you can join us here and that. So, but until tomorrow, here's Legion.
Bye, guys.
I am Sugar Ray. I hope you have a good rest of your day wherever you are in the world. We will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.